He said flat spins, braces, and roll. Filming when you go. Turn towards me anytime. Straight line towards me. Start carving anytime.
Can I do that again?
Sure, keep going. Okay, and then come a little closer. You'll do some turning strokes, forward and reverse sweeps. That's probably good right there. Okay. Great. Low brace, high brace. Great. And a roll. So Matthew's paddling side onto the camera, then he spins and faces the camera, kind of almost parallel to shore. That gives me a front view straight over his bow. Without running into shore, he initiates a carving turn and paddles the inside circle if he's into that. If paddling the inside circle on a carve was escaping you yesterday, or like Leo, you're new to the class today, just paddle both sides. Yeah, so forward and reverse sweep. Notice both of us have just done a forward and reverse sweep on one side. You're welcome to do both sides if you like. Low brace, high brace. You're welcome to do more than one of each until you get one that feels good to you. High brace. Nice, and when you're ready, a roll of your choice. Okay, would you like to do a second style of roll, or one is plenty? Second style of roll if you like. Turn back towards me, please. Paddle straight at me. Before it gets shallow, start a carving turn away from shore. As you come back towards me, bring your boat to a stop, and we're looking for forward and reverse sweeps. And some reverse. Okay. Low brace, high brace. Great, high brace. Okay. And if you'd like to try a roll.
Try?
There is no try. There is no spoon. Great.
What kind of roll is that?
That's a sweep to sea, the way you did it. Okay, paddle straight back at me. Point your boat right at my camera. Before it gets shallow, carve away from land. There you go. Nice. And then go ahead and start facing the camera, and we'll do some forward and reverse sweeps. Nice. And then facing the camera again, low brace, high brace.
Not that though.
Well, that was a high brace. Take your time. It's all right.
All right.
High brace. Good. And when you're ready, a roll where you have some warning.
Mind if I do a sweep also?
I don't mind. If you would like good video of that, I couldn't see your paddle work at all in the second roll, so make sure that when you're upside down, the paddle's towards the camera. That's it.
I'm on land.
Okay, sorry about that. Do you want one more?
Yeah, correct.
All right, roll in.
But I think I set the bar in the right place for the perfect low brace.
Okay, turn towards the camera, please. Point your boat right at me and paddle towards me, forward stroke. Before you hit land, carve a turn away from land. That's it, keep going. Okay, and now that you're facing me, forward and reverse sweeps. Okay. And reverse. And once your boat's pointed at me again, low and high brace. Okay, and when you're ready, a roll. Cool. Nice, thank you. You now. Thank you. Great, and turn towards me. Point your boat right at me and paddle towards me with your forward stroke. Before you hit shore, start a carving turn towards your right. There you go. Great. Hey, that's something we covered yesterday. Let's make sure and get some more specific instruction on what that is. For now, forward and reverse sweeps. Great, and reverse. Great. And if you just come out over here where I'm sure it's deep enough, you can do some bracing and rolling. Low brace, high brace. Great, and high brace. Okay. And then if you'd paddle back towards me just a little before you try a roll. The best thing is to face away from me with your paddle when you're upright. So show me your setup position for your roll. Can you show me your setup position for your roll? Great. Yeah, and so if you would just spin 180, that way when you're upside down, your paddle work will all be towards the camera. Good. Thank you. I'm with you when you're ready. Okay, and then turn back and point the camera right at me, or the boat right at the camera, rather. Before you get too shallow, carve away from land. Once your boat's pointed back at me, forward and reverse sweep. And you can do forward on the other side or switch to reverse. Once your boat's pointed at me again, we'll do low brace, high brace. Okay, and high brace when you're ready. That's all right. The struggle is great to capture on video. And then when you're ready, a roll where your paddle is towards me when you're upside down. Nice. Ready when you are. So you're just gonna paddle across the side view of your forward stroke right now? Keep going. Okay, and point your boat right at me. Point your boat right at me and paddle forward towards me. Both sides. Good. Before it gets shallow, you're going to carve to your right. Carve to your right. Once your boat is facing me, bring it to a stop. And then forward and reverse sweeps. Stationary. Good. And then once your boat is facing me, low brace, high brace. Good. And high brace, nice. Nice catch. Okay. And when you're ready, how about a roll? And just maybe check your depth. Eastern was close enough to shore to bottom out when you did. Seems great. Do you mind doing that again, where your paddle side is towards me when you're upside down? I just couldn't see your paddle work almost at all. That's it. Thank you. Thanks. I am rolling when you're ready. A little further, you're doing great. Yeah, point the boat right at me and paddle straight forward. Before you hit the ground, you're going to carve to your right. Good. Once your boat is pointed at me again, you do some forward and reverse sweeps with your boat stationary. And reverse. Great. And then with the boat facing right at me, low brace, high brace. Okay. Great, and then a roll. Nice. I'm rolling when you're ready. Forward stroke. Great, go ahead and turn and point the boat right at me. Forward stroke straight at me. Carve to your right before you hit the shore. Carve that way. Do a carving turn. Paddle the inside circle. Okay, and with your boat facing me, forward and reverse sweeps. And reverse. Nice. Once your boat's pointed back at me, low brace, high brace. Okay. Great. And back up a little for depth and a roll. Would you be up for one more? Yeah, and what I'm going for is when you're upside down, your setup, like the paddle is towards me. So when you're setting up upright, the paddle would be away from me. So just show me your setup. Yeah, so you're gonna start facing that way. So turn your boat to point that way, and then go to your setup,
Yep.
and then flip over. Yep. Great. Thanks.